Okay, welcome back to this. Now, we'll be dropping update on the PMS section as we usually do weekly. So we are on the US100. Now, if you can see, we've been on a major downtrend this week. So this asset has been going down. So I expect the downtrend to continue, but it has a short upside. So you get from year to year. This is the OT. So I'm kind of doing like a weekly profile to know what we're going to be doing. So from year to year, we have the OTE. So I expect price to get there, consequent encouragement, then start dropping. And that is exactly what played out for this week. If we zoom in for each day PMMS, you can see that uh, it plays out on Monday. Do you understand? It played out on Monday. Then PMMS didn't play out on Tuesday. I wasn't expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it to play out because I was expecting to get to this level, which it did, as you can see. So we had no trade on um, Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, you can see it took the low. So at 9:30, it went up to this high. So it played out on Wednesday too. On Thursday, it didn't play out. I wasn't expecting to play out because it was already at this OT. But still, I still took a buy, but I was just planning to like maybe still clear this eye once more before coming down. But what happened? It just kept on going lower and lower. And same thing on Tuesday, on Friday, sorry. So you can see on Friday, I was expecting to target this low, but at first I was expecting to go up, clear this high, and even this high safe, then before coming down. But you failed to do that. So we only had PMMS like on Monday and Wednesday, which is poor. That's poor. But at least you stay solid if you keep on doing. So something like that to happen on US30. So we had a trade on Monday. Tuesday we didn't have a trade. It was a loss. Wednesday we had a trade. Thursday there was no trade because you can see Wednesday already cleared this relative equal high. I'm trying to do the weekly profile, which is very important. So it cleared this relative equal high. So the weekly high, the highest week that we have for that week, the highest candle we have for that week, Wednesday cleared it. So making it the top candle of that week, and from then on we had downtrend. But on Friday we saw a clean trade, which was quite profitable. Then gold, we had gold too. So as you can see for gold, Monday I had a sell trade. It was just lingering. I closed the trade around here because the profit was just small. I was expecting to come here and at least even get to this place, but it didn't because there was a clean trend line. I think I already removed it. Yeah, you can see. So I was expecting it to go down to this level, but it didn't. It was just lingering. So I just closed the trade. Same thing on Tuesday too. We took a sell trade in the morning and it was just slow. Good was moving slow. Okay, I guess it wanted to go up. So it was moving slow, but I was still wanting to stick to my PMMS strategy without confusing myself. So same thing Wednesday. I didn't even take a trade on Wednesday. Thursday there wasn't trade. Then on Friday that's when we have our first win on gold. So you can see that gold was quite terrible for us. But it was clean. Oh, Friday one was quite clean and I just got out from here and call it a day. Or call it a week, sorry. So we have a US oil. So on US oil this was our most profitable asset for this week. So yeah, on Monday we had a sharp drop at the opening. That's the 7 to 8 opening. It cleared this trend line I was looking at. I was looking at this trend line. There was a clean trend line here, you can see. So the market cleared it here, cleared this low. I was trying to get here, but there was the opening price already showed a sign of reverse. If you're on the 1 minute watching it, remember we're in the 15 minutes. So what you're saying is quite wide. It's quite long. It took long for this candle to form. So it was already forming an inversion fair value gap here. So I've just put in my buy as soon as it opened. Then I closed the next day. Then of course on Tuesday we also saw a trade. You can see. I have to zoom in. Then let me take off this because this will hold it to the next day. Then you can see we have a clean trend line. It took the low, this relative equal lows, that is the Asian low. I put in my buy trade and even just I think we hold it for like 1 hour and 15 minutes or so. You can see straight. Quite straight. Then on Wednesday we had this sell trade. Do you understand? I think we got it around here or something because market was about to close, as you can see. Now I was just out of the trade, but I was still expecting to go down. It didn't go because there was also a trend line I was looking at. Remember, trend line tells you where the market is going. So where liquidity is where the market will go. So as a broker, I was still trying to go down, but I didn't want to take the chance for the opening price, and I just closed. You can see I gapped up. Then on Tuesday there wasn't trade. It was just, on Thursday it was just going up, kept on going up and going up, going up. We were not able to see an entry. Then, but I took a not Pmms but a sell after I broke this sweet trend line. If you can see, there was an inversion fair value gap here, very small one. And there's also a big fair value gap from year to year. So I was expecting to reverse from year to year the OTE. Let me show you. So we got from year to year. So you can see the OTE. That's why I entered the sell trade. So I was targeting this low. Let me show you. You can see this low. So I took a sell trade around here, but this is not PMMS. This is just a normal top-down analysis trade. I think I got it around somewhere here. Just this. I just wanted you to clear this relative, this trend line, and that's what it did. So on Friday, I was looking for a buy trade also. Why I was still doing the sell trade because I already showing my position. Looking for a buy trade to go up, but it failed to do that. You can see it didn't give me any. It just stopped me out. After I went up, put us in. I was already thinking we were going because it broke this trend line. I was expecting it to just go clear it once, but good. Good can be surprising sometimes, and it did that. And we have relative equal highs here, so I was actually so hoping it would do that, but everybody did better. But anyhow, mine is just to stick to the rules and weeks what I'm comfortable losing. So that's all for today for the weekly update on our PMS strategy. Have a nice day, folks, and take care of yourself. Have a nice week ahead. Bye.